up, people? Man, this is a good one. I like this cop right here, man. He's on my team. He's tactically sound. He's got good fundamentals. He does things muscle memory. He stays in the game. He's pretty cool on the radio. I mean, he's breathing hard, but he just had to shoot somebody. So, I mean, this guy's pretty good. Here we go.
TC at Encino. My vehicle's 10-7. Shots fired. Code 3 cover. S1 is down.
Okay, so he gets on the radio quick, puts it out good, requests code 3 cover. I can tell he's a California guy because he's doing pretty much everything. I mean, when he calls him S1 suspect, most California agencies write reports and refer to people as S1, S2. If we have multiple suspects, we have S1, S2, S3. That's suspect 1, suspect 2, suspect 3. Our witness 1 is W1. That's witness 1. Witness 2 is W2. So I mean, when you're writing reports and you're referring to guys on the ground like this, it communicates very well. So when he goes S1's down, everyone knows that he shot the suspect. He also goes code 4, which is a little bit premature, but I think he did it with the right intention. And when we get to that, we'll go over
On
that.
September 17th, 2021, at about 5 p.m., the Escondido Police Department received a 911 call from 2 victims who stated that a male in a Mercedes SUV shot at their vehicle near the Walmart in central Escondido.
911, what's the address of...
Now this 911 call, dude, he's either he's on drugs or he's a cool cat under pressure. Because he's on the way to the hospital with somebody that just drove by and shot their car, and his buddy's been shot, and he's still driving to the hospital, and this guy's on 911. And I'm like, dude, he's calm as shit.
The emergency.
Yeah, hello. There was this guy with the white car in the Mercedes. He was drinking, and he had there's this dude that had a gun inside his car, and he was drinking. And we were driving, and he shot at the car.
And where did this happen?
And it happened in next to Walmart, but right now we're going to the hospital.
Is there somebody injured?
Dispatch is like, you're going to the hospital. You just said somebody shot at you kind of calmly. Now you're saying you're going to the hospital? Somebody freaking hurt? I mean, this dude's, you can't tell too much from this guy on the phone.
In your car?
Yeah.
Okay, which Walmart did it happen at?
Escondido.
That's a pretty weird angle for a shot to come in. So he was behind the guy when he fired the round. If he was in a car, I'm assuming he hung out the passenger window. I don't know. Because the caller said there was a girl that was drinking and then the guy shot. So I don't know if the guy was drinking and shot or whatever. That's a little confusing. But from the bullet path of this, I would think he shot from the passenger side unless, he leaned over. I mean, I don't know how he could shoot this from the driver's side of the car. Maybe he could reach around. I don't know.
And so this person that shot at your car, did you know him?
No, we don't know him.
So you can tell the path of the bullet went through the car door, through the plastic, through more plastic, through the back seat.
Okay.
He shot the car, and he shot one of my...
And then through the back seat right in the middle of the guy's spine. Wow. One freaking round.
This is boyfriend in the back. Yeah, white Mercedes.
A bullet traveled through their car and struck the driver once in the back.
So the bullet's pretty strapped up, or shrapnel. It's freaking disintegrated. It's been chewed up. It almost looks like I'd say a gold dot or something, but maybe it's just rugged copper. I can't tell by the picture, but because it's so beat up, as soon as I saw the picture of the bullet, I went, oh, it probably didn't hurt the guy. He probably just got a blunt trauma, maybe got a little cut. Because there's no blood on the bullet. If it still had enough power, it would have went in his back. So I don't know if they say what kind of gun it is that he used, but the car door in the back seat slowed it down enough to where it didn't penetrate the body.
The victim drove himself to a hospital where he was treated and released. At this point, there is no known relationship between the suspect and victims, and no motive for...
Well, there's some sort of relationship. I mean, if anything, I'm pretty pissed at the dude that shot me, and there's a relationship now. If there wasn't one before, there's one now. You can bet that. You can take that shit to the bank.
The shooting has been determined. At 6:12 p.m., officers spotted the white Mercedes SUV near the registered owner's residence. A pursuit terminated when the suspect crashed near the intersection.
Down on Bear Valley, passing Will now, speeds 100. And then number 2 lane, if I can get a dog to try to catch.
So this is a pursuit. I'm going to bump past this. If you want to go watch it, it's on LEO Perspective. They did a good job on this video. Make sure and like it. Sorry about that.
Even number 1. Looks like it's occupied time. And we're continuing down to the 78 now.
Tell this guy on the radio, he's been in pursuits for a while. He's kind of talking pretty normal, putting out good information, giving updates on his location. This guy does a really good job. This is probably one of the best fundamentals, good training, did a good job on scene.
Still number 2 lane, speeds 110.
So he's going 110. He's chasing a guy that shot a car. He knows he's armed. He's driving with one hand, talking on the radio, giving out directions, doing all this shit. Everybody's like, man, anybody can be a cop. It's a fucking idiots. I'm telling you, people, when shit's hitting the fan like this, it takes a little experience and skill and knowledge to be able to handle everything, because he's dodging traffic. He's making sure he's not hitting traffic. He's keeping an eye on road markers and road signs. He's keeping an eye on the vehicle to see if they're dumping or throwing something. Plus, he's talking on the radio and he's driving one hand. So there is some skill to this. Not saying that it's perfect and nobody can do it and you're freaking a hero just because you can do it. I get these idiots that say, man, it's longer to be a policeman. It's longer to be a hairdresser. They got to go to school for a year. Well, you're a freaking idiot, because at hairdresser school, they're talking about a couple chemicals that you don't mix up so you don't burn someone's hair off. They're not talking about legal issues, killing somebody, using deadly force, being proficient with a weapon, being proficient with a gun. There's just no comparison, but people like to make that comparison to crack on cops that they're all idiots. Even though a lot of cops are acting like idiots nowadays, this guy ain't one of them.
Just past the gate, continuing southbound.
You notice he went through a green light. I think he would have slowed down and stopped. Again, he's looking for other traffic. He's looking for other idiots pulling out in front of him that don't hear a siren. They're going 100 miles an hour, so he's outrunning his siren. And when I say outrunning, I gotta qualify it, because there's always some idiot that comes here. Oh, are you going faster than the speed of sound? Yeah, you're a freaking idiot. Outrunning a siren means by the time the person hears your siren and tries to identify where's it coming from and then takes action to pull over and do something to where it can avoid you, you're already past them. Which means your siren doesn't give somebody the ability to avoid you, to react appropriately, to identify you, and to help you. That's what outrunning your siren means for all the smart internet seals that want to come here that know everything.
Speed's about 60 on my end. No traffic right now.
Put out no traffic, calm on the radio, doing a good job, goes back to 2 hands when he's not talking. This guy, I had one FTO that was a biggie 10 and 2. Keep your hands at 10 and 2, because, I'd be driving with one hand over the rail. Shit. He's like, dude, 10 and 2, 10 and 2. He goes, you got to be careful, man. He goes, you don't follow 10 and 2. This supposedly gives you more. To me, 10 and 2 kind of messed me up a lot, because I'm so used to chasing and keeping one hand on the radio that I'm used to driving with one hand in pursuits. So after you've done enough of them and you've done it for so long, it becomes habit, so you don't use the 10 and 2. 10 and 2 is great when you're training, when you're on a skid pad, when you're doing your evoc training, and you're out there, everything cool. But when you're actually on the radio and driving and trying to set your coffee down and your burger's in your lap and you're trying to freaking not drop your donuts on the floor, it's a lot tougher to keep your hands at 10 and 2.
Continuing southbound, light traffic, speeds 95.
Good directions. He knows same. Continuing, light traffic, 95, calling out his speed, giving conditions. Guy's doing a good job. And for those people who haven't been in pursuit that also say this is easy or whatever, just hearing the siren and knowing that you're chasing somebody gets your blood pumping and it gets you jacked up a little bit. It's an adrenaline rush. You're in fight or flight. You don't want to crash. You don't want to kill somebody. You don't know what's going on. You got to be careful. You're looking for other cops coming in. You're looking for other vehicles. So just this right here this cop is showing that he's keeping mentally control of the situation. He's calming himself down. He's staying focused on the threat, staying focused on the mission. I need to call out. I need to get this information out. He's just doing a good checklist.
Chandler, you're number 2.
Okay, so he kind of blows it here. He hits the curb. Happens a lot. He was about to put out, the reason why he only has one hand on the wheel here, he's about to pull out that the guy changed direction of travel. He was going to put out the new direction of travel. Unfortunately, the car in front of him hit the curb and flattened out also. So now they're both stopped and they're both disabled. And he gets all this out pretty quickly. Puts the car in park and he doesn't put it out now. He gets out of the vehicle and gets his gun out. That's really key. I see a lot of guys sitting in their vehicles wanting to talk on the radio at scenes. And you'll notice that if you pay attention, that the good tactical cops, get me the hell out of this vehicle so I can maneuver, I can get distance, I can get my gun out, I can take the advantage, I can get a supported position. All these things are done with actual thinking. The cops that sit in the, oh, I just crashed, man, my tires are out, the suspect is, holy shit, shots fired! Those are the idiots. This guy's like, oh, hell no. Get my car in park and get the hell out of the vehicle. Good job.
TC at Encino. My vehicle's 10-7.
So 10-7 means out of commission. His vehicle's done. So anybody that's listening, when they hear his location at 10-7, if you're responding to this and you hear a cop go that, you think he crashed. You think he either hit the suspect rammed him, he got in an accident. Because his traffic was broken up as he was doing it, unless they heard shots fired. So go back to that again. Again, he's trying to put this out.
TC at Encino. My vehicle's 10-7.
So TC is traffic collision. Most cops know as a TC, you know, I just witnessed a TC or I'm in a TC. Everybody knows that's traffic collision. So he's trying to put this out and then the radio transmission stops. So all the cops are like, what the fuck happened? He was about to say, why did he stop transmitting? Is he shot? Is he hurt? Did he bleed out? Did he get knocked out? What's going on? So right now, everybody's kind of in a panic that's listening, but he can't really do anything else.
TC at Encino. My vehicle's 10-7. Shots fired. Code 3 cover. S1 is down.
So he gets a little loud here and he yells. I got no problem with that. Look, everybody... You know, cops are always cracking on the cops who yelling, man, you were yelling on the radio, you were shitting your pants. It's kind of give everybody shit, but this guy wasn't screaming out of control like most of the women do. I got shot of fire! You know, I mean, his voice got loud. He fucking went to oh shit moment. Right here, he was moving around to approach a suspect. And some people will say, well, he should have stayed behind the vehicle. He opened himself up. He kind of did open himself up here a little bit. Maybe he should have stayed behind. He didn't know why the guy crashed or what the guy, you know, we don't know what was in his mind when he saw it. But from all his other actions, I'm thinking he saw the guy either slumped over or the airbags deployed, or he didn't perceive that the guy was reaching or pointing and he was going to start approaching the vehicle, which is a meat eater. Good. I'm okay with that. Some guys would say, you know, by protocol, technically he should have stayed by his vehicle, kept the guy at gunpoint, waited for backup. Yeah. I mean, he probably could have and maybe should have, but I'm okay with what this guy did because he stays in the fight, he stays on the radio, and he's on it.
Vehicle's 10-7.
So he fired 12 rounds, suspect fired 2. Notice his hair standing up. What do we call that? Proliferation? I can't remember the name that because I don't use it a lot. I'm not writing reports or doing use of force and explaining it. But if you look up hair standing up, goosebumps, there's a couple few words. I've covered it in other videos. Man, that shit happens quick when you go into that. I mean, it's just amazing. And the natural body survival, for those that haven't read my flight or flight page, is you can pick up wind changes. You can pick up if someone's grabbing you. It just heightens your senses, and you get this hair standing up. Thought this was a good shot here.
Shots fired. Code 3 cover. S1 is down.
Gets all 3 things out. Very good. All things that I need to know when I'm coming. Suspect is down. Code 3 cover. Now, I didn't get out that he was, it's better when the cops say, I'm okay. You can start medical. For some reason, I mean, a really good dispatcher will know if shots fired, they'll start medical. But it only takes one time for a dispatcher to send medical when we didn't need it, and then you have some sergeant who wants to freaking, get his dick out and show how big it is, and he'll start saying, man, unless we call for an ambulance, you don't need to be sending them. We didn't ask for one. Why did you? And so then you create this fear or this confusion. I think as soon as shots are fired, you ought to start a freaking ambulance. But you know what? If you get to turn them around, you turn them around. But a lot of times, agencies, they won't send, or dispatch can't send, unless it's requested by the officer.
The suspect, Escondido resident Jonathan Charles Carroll, age 38, exited his vehicle. Carroll fired 2 rounds, an officer 27 seconds.
TC
All right,
Encino.
3.27.
My vehicle's 10-7. Shots fired. Code 3 cover. S1 is down.
So now he takes a breath. He reassesses. He goes back to his double, make sure the guy's still ain't a threat. And now he's going to take a couple breaths, go, holy shit, what just happened? Now he's got to slow down his clock. He's got to come back in. He's got to bring himself back and go, okay, hang on, man. I got guys coming. I got guys risking their life. Let me let them know that I'm okay.
I am code 4, Encino and Bear Valley.
Okay, so he gets out code 4. I'm code 4. Now, code 4 means that no further assistance is needed. I got this. The guy's in handcuffs. That's what normal code 4 means. Most cops know that this guy means I'm okay. So when he says I'm code 4, it doesn't mean I don't need backup. A lot of times if I'm on a traffic stop, another unit will be coming and it'll be like, hey man, I'm about 2 blocks away. I'll be there in about 1 minute. And if I said, it's cool, I'm code 4, then he'll slow down. He may drive by. He may still come. He may not come. If I know he's coming from the station, he's watching a football game, and he's clearing the station, he goes, hey man, I'll be en route from the station. I'll be like, that's cool, I'm code 4. And that means stay in the station, no big deal. In this situation, code 4, he's telling the guys, I'm okay. It's not a big deal.
Suspect is down. Start. I am code 4, Encino and Bear Valley. Suspect is down. Start medics.
Okay, he gets out really great information. We know the suspect is down, so we don't have an outstanding suspect. We don't have somebody running and taking hostages. We don't need to set up a perimeter. Units responding now can adjust their response. They're still going to be driving like a bat out of hell because it's a shots fired call. They know it got in. So they're going to be hauling ass. Even though he said code 4, he still gave the experienced cops that, like, dude, don't risk your life or get in an accident, kill somebody, or kill yourself. I'm cool. Suspect's down. I'm code 4. So that was a great communication in high risk areas and high activity agencies. This is how cops act. This is how you see it done every night, multiple times a night. It becomes routine, and this is what you expect. That's why I'm so, when I see these other agencies, people are like, man, you think you're perfect, and yet this guy does a great job. This guy is like guys that I work with in my areas most of the time, my normal guys. Obviously, when we went to other areas and we went out of jurisdictions, we worked with all kind of people that didn't do this. But this is my standard guys, my guys. He's on my team.
He was armed with a handgun.
Okay, so somebody might have asked, did he shoot you or shots fired? Or his mind is really traveling right now and he's like, holy shit, I got to do something. I got to stand fight. Because when you get in these high risk situations, these pursuits, you're chasing a guy with a gun, all of a sudden a barricaded suspect hostage, you're freaking like, shit, man, what? So you want to stay in the fight and you want to start putting more information out. So why he threw out that he had a handgun could have been a mental thing. Like, I got to let him know why I shot. I got to make sure and get out on the radio because there's not another officer here that I yelled gun. When there's multiple officers there, you go yell gun and then you hear gunfire. Somebody saw a gun. Well, in this case, it's kind of after the fact, but he's like, let me justify why I'm shooting. Or maybe we didn't hear it. Somebody asked, what was the reason for shots fired? And he said suspect had a gun. So I'm not sure. I'm just guessing on why he put that out over the radio. Again, good reload. He's thinking. He's got good tactics. He puts it out. There's a lull in the fight. He waits until somebody should have said he may have done this earlier. Should have reloaded earlier, but he didn't. That's all right. Like I said, I'm okay with this guy with everything he's doing. You can probably nitpick him a little bit. As soon as these units get close in here, he goes, you know what? I want to make sure I got a full mag in case this shit turns out there's somebody else in the vehicle. I got other units here now. I know I got backup. I don't want to be caught. I think he was tactically thinking before, I don't want to be fucking around with a reload. I'm out here by myself. And as soon as the units got close, his mind was still going, okay, let me go ahead and do a quick admin. We used to call it admin reload because it wasn't a combat reload where he drop and slap and slack. He takes one out, he puts in a full one, then he reholsters his other one. He never drops the mag. Here's him close, changes mags, doesn't drop the mag, stays on cover, re-puts his mag, goes back to his two-handed grip. This guy's got good fundamental. This is what I taught guys on the range, and this is what you would expect if a guy's getting good quality training. He practices on his own, he listens to his training, and he does what he's supposed to do. Now, here's where these guys are pretty tactical and they're good, but here's where I think they kind of lost communication a little bit. They see a guy with a gun, and instead of moving to him so they can keep it, they go directly to the vehicle. So I'm a little disappointed in these guys. However, at least they went to the vehicle with long guns in force. They parked their cars in a line. This guy has to drop his gun and move, which is okay. Again, tactics are fluid. So guys are going to do things that either they're not as experienced or they get tunnel vision or etc. So when you're working with good tactical guys that know how to adjust on the fly, this isn't a big deal. Guys moved in. They're focused on a thing. Let me drop my gun. Let me move up to them. This guy does what he's supposed to do. Keeps an angle. These guys parked all three cars pretty far away, got out of their car, moved around. This guy's in the back with a pistol, one-handed grip. Not what I would call too cool. This guy is, I'm pretty sure, is probably either a SWAT dude or a tactical dude. He threw on his tactical vest. He's got a long gun. And in a minute, you're going to see him dry his feet.
Stay there.
This guy moves in after they assess. We have three guys. This guy looks at him moving. We're aware of our situation. We have 4 units here. They've got pretty good spread fire. This guy's got this side. This guy, I don't know if this guy has his gun out. This guy might be a supervisor. I don't know. Because he's acting like a supervisor, like he's Superman. This guy's got one-handed grip. Maybe he's a supervisor. I don't know. This guy's still, the guy on my team, two-handed grip. He's still in tactical mode. He's still in, oh shit, I had to shoot.
All for the dog.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Okay, so now this guy's like, holy shit. So I talked about before, sometimes when you're in a fight, you're doing certain things, and then once the cavalry shows up or medical, you get this, whew, man, now I got some help here. It's not me on my own. And that's when he gave his holy shit.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Okay, so this guy, actually, there's another guy that already approached a vehicle, it looks like. Holy shit, I didn't see that. So I don't know where this guy came from, but this right here, a little bad. If this guy has to shoot, if this guy's shot and this guy's over here, we're setting up a little bit of crossfire. But I think they're communicating pretty well. So this guy did have his gun out. We got 2 of the tactical guys over here because the other guy that backed up, that came out, was a long gun. Oh, I went forward instead of back. Sorry. So this guy that backed out, he's also got his vest on and a long gun. So the long gun guys put their helmet on, their vest, and their long gun. So these guys are a little bit more your tactical guys. Okay, so you notice these 2 guys are slowly shuffling and getting next to each other, pairing up, buddying up. That's so you don't end up shooting one of them. You don't move in front of this guy's gun, and you don't get behind someone else's gun. If somebody's on the side of you, you're less chance of getting shot in the back or shooting somebody in the back.
John,
here's where this guy starts drying his feet. Again, I think this guy is a tactical dude. He's thinking. He went through water. He feels that he doesn't have good footing. He's readjusting his stance 60-40, and when he does, he feels like he's slipping. Instead of looking away from the vehicle and looking at his feet, he stays kind of on target and wipes his feet off.
I got hands.
So he's drying his feet off because he wants better grip. Again, he's thinking he's probably a tactical dude. This guy looks like he came from the moon landing. He's got a little tinfoil from the moon on his barrel.
Wait for gloves?
Yeah, wait for gloves.
So they wait for the gloves to get on. This guy goes down on the ground and does the inspection underneath the vehicle. The suspect is down here, and he's probably looking for the gun, seeing if his feet are moving, maybe trying to get a look, but he does clear underneath the vehicle. Again, tactically thinking.
Gloves on.
See him laying down, getting kind of low, clearing underneath the car.
Gloves on.
This guy yells, gloves up. When he's done, these guys are communicating really well.
Gloves on. Gloves on.
So his gloves are on. That's a clue to where we go. They've probably trained that, hey, when we get on the scene, we move up. You got somebody that's going to make contact. Who's ever going to contact the suspect, make sure he gloves on. And to make sure he's gloves on, we don't want you guys running off and leaving him without the guns. We're going to use the term gloved up or gloved on. That's pretty much the squeeze. If you were in a tactical Congo line or you were, stacked up, you would squeeze to let them know behind, I'm ready to go. Saying gloved up means, all right, we can move up now. I'm going to handle the suspect. You guys are going to cover. The gloved up guy becomes contact officer. These guys are cover. These guys shouldn't talk to the suspect. They shouldn't talk to other people. Their job is to cover the contact officer. Contact cover.
Hey, who's got, hey, Brandon, you got 40?
Okay, now they start looking for a 40. I think that's a little overkill. They're thinking less lethal in case he moves. Fuck that. The guy's got a gun. He's already been shot. Let's go get him in cuffs and move up. So this is a little too safety Sally for me. They want to get a taser or a 40 so they can shoot him. In case once deadly force is authorized, it's authorized. Look, if he moves, he's still got a gun, then he gets shot again. I'm not worried about a taser and a 40. I don't like that, but that may be policy and what they're teaching now.
Go ahead.
Okay, here the tactical guy kind of loses me. Keep your eye on where your gun's at. He kind of turns away from the suspect, looks at the other guy. They're communicating. He's got his helmet on. He may have headphones on. I don't know if he's got speakers to where he can hear.
You want to go non-lethal? Less lethal? Go. Taser. Get taser.
We're here. We're good? All right, let's go.
Pull up.
Okay, so they move up pretty tactically. This guy's probably the tactical dude. He's got all the tools and gifts and guns and jokes, and he's got a freaking, what do you call that, a blanket or something. So at night, if somebody has infrared, they can't see your silencer. He's got a silencer on there. Looks like some sort of can. And he's got it wrapped with some sort of tactical shit. I was thinking maybe he's a sniper and this is the sniper dude. If he's a sniper rifle and he's long away and he doesn't want his barrel reflecting when he sets up, that looks pretty reflective to me. But I'm thinking that's what they call a can blanket or a silencer blanket to the heat. It reduces the heat for infrared or for thermal, and it also takes away the reflection. But that seems like it's more reflective than the damn can. Suspect's firearms right there.
The gun is right under his hand right here. Just get the gun out and leave him. He's dead.
So see, I'm okay with that. Somebody else may get their feelings hurt because he said that. Look, you respond on a scene that's dead as like, dude, he's dead. I'm not messing with him. You go in a car accident and a guy's brain's hanging out half on a freaking dash and half in his lap, and it's like, I'm not doing CPR. This dude's dead.
The gun is right under his hand right here.
Just get the gun out and leave him. He's dead.
Where's the gun at?
Wow, he's got a lot of tats. Rick, you're a tattooist. I'm just saying, he's got a lot of tats. All that body art wasted. Damn, wonder what he paid for those.
Got brain matter?
So the other guy's yelling out, I got brain matter. Again, we call that a clue. Kind of describing a scene. This is things before cameras that we just did normally and we talked about. And hey, this dude dead, got brain matter over here, don't step in it, whatever. Oh, shit, I just stepped in, whatever. So, but on a camera, somebody may get offended or that may be inappropriate. They may think it's inappropriate. To me, I don't give a shit. I'm okay with that. Guy clears the gun. I still can't tell whether it's a 9 or... If I had my guess, it was a 9. It looks a little bit long to be a 9, though. Anybody can tell what that gun is? Looks like it might be a SIG. But, yeah, that's definitely like a SIG takedown to me. But I can't tell what gun it is. So here he kind of goes slow. I was trying to figure out where this guy went and when the shots were fired. And I went frame by frame. And when it was slowed down frame by frame, it kind of looks like the guy stood up. I thought maybe he dumped him when he was on the ground. But I think he's still up right here. I think his head or body or shoulders is here. When he was shooting, when I first thought he shot, I thought the guy fell and he just dumped on him while he was on the ground. But after going slow-mo, the guy was definitely standing up and was still up in a threat and moving around on all those shots. Suspect fired 1 round afterwards, and that could have been, I don't know if you call it sympathetic fire or reaction fire. When he got hit with a bullet, he could have pulled off a round. I don't know if he was pointing or not. To be honest, I don't really care. You're in a pursuit. You already shot somebody. You got out of the car with a gun. You're getting lit up. So I don't really care that the suspect didn't shoot before he lit him up or shot because he was getting shot and it wasn't his fault. To me, that's irrelevant. I don't give a shit. Deadly force is authorized. This dude got some freaking holes and whatever. So I still think the suspect's back here. He's still up. He hasn't gone flat or prone yet. And he fires maybe 3 or 4 more rounds once he's on the ground, which again I'm okay with. He's in the heat of the battle. He's doing good shots. I don't think I watched the zoomed in part on the camera. Okay, distance from suspect is 52 feet. Wow, that's pretty good distance. Most gunshots don't happen that far away. Guy had a good 2-handed grip, put down a lot of rounds. They did not say how many times the suspect was shot or how many he was hit. But he must have got him in the head, and there was a lot of blood, so he hit some major areas. Suspect's bullet casings. Those can't be the suspect's bullet casings. He didn't fire that many. He only fired 2 rounds. How can all those be bullet casings? Yeah, they've got other things marked here besides bullet casings. That looks like a 9. That looks like a 9. Upper arm, abdomen, and head. Wow, I didn't see this part. He was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. He was dead on the scene. They didn't say what the officer was using, 45 or 9. Shit, that looks like a Glock. Oh, that must be the officer's guns. Oh, maybe those were other guns that the suspect had in the car. They're showing this. I'm like, why would they be showing the officer's guns? So that's maybe another gun that was in the car. Man, that looks like cop shit, though. Why are they showing cop shit? Thanks for watching. Okay, he lost me a little bit on that one. Let's see what it says here. Shooting suspect, high speed, September 7th, all three responded, shots fired, call. After the crash, single officer exchanged gunfire with suspect who was armed with semi-automatic handgun. Suspect struck gun for the later transport died. Okay, not much more information. Okay, so pretty good. Like I said, this guy did a great job putting things out, staying in the fight. This guy's good job. This will go on my Cops Did a Good Job playlist. All right, we'll end that there.